Okay, so we're in Guerneville, and this is Butner Road, and this is where we used to live before we lived on Mountaintop Ranch. And then with some friends from
Where?
Pennsylvania,
Okay.
we moved up to Mountaintop Ranch in communal collective up on the top of Armstrong Woods Park.
August 29, 2011. In conjunction with the end of Ramadan and the new moon, I participated in a fasting, detox, spiritual, and potential healing power of American Native and non-American Native Wiki Up, Sweat Hunt, ceremony.
Winston Lindsley does body work. The difference is that Winston, he is related to the Churchills on the Jerome side, has a shop where he works on cars. Furthermore, not only is he gay, but so is his brother, and moreover, his father came out 10 years ago. Some gay people who see his ads don't believe it. He gets a call a month from someone saying, "I want a little body work done," or "Come over to Berkeley and just wear your leather jacket." Most of his straight suppliers wouldn't believe it either. They all assume he is straight and marvel at how much business he has during these trying times. He started his shop in March 1973, and through joining the GGBA, by word of mouth, and by advertising in his paper, he now has all the customers he can handle. Winston is distinctive in a couple of ways. In high school, many of us fell in love with art or music, or books or drama or the senior class president, but Winston fell in love with cars. He was not, however, one of those hoodie lower class toughs with dirty fingernails who took auto shop 1, 2, 3, and 4. Au contraire, in fact. He was born 1950 right parenthesis into a mainline family of Philadelphia that had manufacturing ties, and as a boy he used to visit factory assembly lines and the Indy 500 with his uncle. "I was fascinated," he said, and he still is. "When you are cruising down the street, to think that the engine turns over 50 times a second." When he was 13, he formed the Piston Poppers Club for his friends, and they got together after school and stripped down cars. The story of Winston's stormy adolescence reads like a wild John O'Hara novel with a Gordon Merrick twist. Instead of going on to college as mainline scions are supposed to, Winston dropped out of high school at 17 and went to work for a service station, going to a trade school at night. Soon Winston, Win/Winnie, was making $9,000 a year and had bought a 13-room Victorian mansion, sharing it with 11 other young people, darkly regarded as hippies by wealthy neighbors. He fell in love with one of his straight roomers, and later visited here with another of his roomers, who brought him to a Haight-Ashbury commune. On the first night, a young man named Art told Winston that he needn't sleep on the floor if he didn't want to. Winston jumped into Art's bed, and they have been lovers ever since. Life has not been a bowl of cherries ever since that night, however. About 5 years ago, Winston was burned badly in an accident, was in the hospital for 6 months, and everyone thought he was going to die or be paralyzed. By 1972, he was recovered enough to go job hunting here, and he started to work at a Chevrolet garage, even though he knew he wasn't as fast as he had been. It's like beat the clock, he explained. You've got to get everything done in book time. Finally, the foreman came around and said, "Pal, that's not good enough, we're letting you go." And for a while after that, Winston just gave up. "It crushed me," he said. He and Art were living above a garage, and some friends started leaving their cars for Winston to fix, telling him to take his time. After getting an insurance settlement from his accident, he opened Lindsley's Auto Repair on Ivy Street, where he now has a friend, Wayne, to help him. If you have ever been in the shop, you may have sensed that, while it isn't exactly what you would call well Nelly, at least there are no coy naked girl calendars on the walls, there is no radio blasting out Hillbilly Heaven, and there is an elegantly comfortable chair for you to sit in as Winston explains to you about your distressed pistons or your burned out magneto, or whatever. Winston's clientele is about 95% gay, and includes a colorful variety of people ranging from the Angels of Light to the Imperial Mother Jose. The last time Jose came in, Winston said, his differential was low on fluid, so I told him that his rear end needed a little lubrication, and he was shocked. Working on cars is a serious business, though, and Winston is usually uptight all day long, regardless of how campy his customers may be. You've got a person's life in your hands, he says, and when they put on their brakes, they've got to work. Winston's future is here, this is his home now, but he may have to move into a larger garage soon. He doesn't want people to come to him just because he is gay, though. I want them to come to me because I do good work. So if you want some body work done, don't pester him with calls from 9-5. He concentrates entirely on cars, and after 5, he goes home to his spacious Castro Street apartment, where there is a fire in the fireplace, kittens on the carpet, lighted candles in the dining room, and, most important, out in the kitchen, art. It may not be quite mainline Philadelphia, but it's mainline Castro, and that's just as good.
Now, let me just ask you this, Winston. Do I have your address? What is your address out there?
94
94?
Castro.
I saw Castro.
C-A-S C-A-S-T-R-O.
C-A-S-T-R-O. Castro
Street,
Street,
San Francisco,
San Francisco.
94
Wait a minute. 94
114.
94114. All right, my boy.
All right, Uncle Ben.
Yes.
Right, Winston?
Yes, I know.
We used to study this before. I don't think any differently than I did before, you know? Like, to me, if somebody dies, you know, Joseph died.
What's that name?
Well, more things to think about. My friends, my partner died,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Of HIV complications,
Okay.
you know?
Yes.
Right. So I watched him die. And I created something good from that, not to make it sad or not to ruin my life, but make it an opportunity to do something with myself, because I'm still here. You know, he suffered, he died. I didn't cause that. I didn't make it happen, but I'm still here. I think it's an insult to not make something out of my life and move forward for other people who died of HIV or a drug overdose or accident or anything like that. You know, I'm still here. Maybe there's a reason, maybe there's no reason, but I am here, and I have a responsibility within myself to push forward and to do things, to try to help other people or whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. That's my philosophies from the 60s still to now, you know? Certain things in my life I'm not happy about, but I have life, right?
Yep.
I have it better than a lot of people, and certainly so many people that died that wanted to keep living. We don't know why. And now it's my responsibility on the spiritual plane to move forward and keep having experiences and help other people and make the best out of what we know as life.
Well, thank you so much.
Is the interview over? No.